I think it's time for another experiment. But this time, we're not going to do it along the lines of like the Hokey Homebrew experiments. We're going to go way back in time, get in that time capsule, and we're going to jump back to a Sjporr experiment. And that's one where we let the gloves off. Baby. That was then, this is now. It is time. It is time. It is time to taste some beers. I think it's time for me to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Let's get to some reviews.
So soon, you didn't have a damn thing before he made done.
It's time. It is time. Oh, it is time. It is time for a 2013 Sjporr Experiment Brew Extravaganza review. You saw me pull the name out of the pitcher. The one, the only, Kirk Sexton. Cellar Dweller Old Ale from Praying Monk Brewery. Now, on this one here, he was kind enough, really cool label by the way. Dig the label. Dig it. Very much so. Very nice job. I really like that. That is cool. On the back side, he has his original gravity was 1060, finished out at 1011. She finished out pretty far down at 6.7% ABV and estimated IBU of 42.8. Very good. Ingredients. In addition to the base malt, he added 1 pound of Victory malt, 4 ounces of black patent, 4 ounces of chocolate, ½ ounce of Chinook, ½ ounce of Magnum, 1 full ounce of Cascade, 1 ounce of Willamette, the aroma steep, nice. 1 package of California Ale, of course, that's the yeast nutrient. He lightly toasted the oats and used 2 ounces of oat chips in the secondary for 14 days. And it was bottled with a Blankman beer gun. You know what? You should get points for giving us information, kind sir. That is a lot of information, and not only just information, but it is useful information. Because this means I can just pour this rascal right down in there. Let's get into it. What do you say? There's the hiss. At 6, almost 7%, I had to rinse my glass out. I should actually be able to just roll into this. There we go. I don't want to overdo it. Might have already overdid it some. So I need to slow down. What a beautifully creamy looking head. And all it goes. Absolutely. And you know what? There's still a little bit of sediment in the bottom of the bottom of the bottle there. Pretty cool. All right, straight off. Appearance is brown, straight up brown. Again, fairly clear, guys. I mean, I am amazed at the amount of clear beers that I'm seeing. I mean, very nicely done. Again, I like using this glass because of this little deal on the bottom. I can actually see down into it and get a reddish hue. This is very reminiscent in color to Everdy's that I just had a little while ago. So very nice, very nice. The head is very creamy with some really big bubbles in it. Not really seeing carbonation streaming up from the glass at all, so I expect the head to probably die down some, but it's a nice, frothy, creamy, big bubbles on the side, and it's funny because it's like big bubbles off to the side where I was pouring against into this cream on the other side. Nice looking beer, sir. Very nice. Let's give her a smell. What do you say? I'm actually right off the bat. I'm picking up the oak, but I'm not really getting much other aroma off of there. Interesting. I was expecting more aroma. There's a little bit of a spicy note there. What for hops did you use again? Chinook, Magnum, and Cascade. Well, I'm not really getting the grapefruit from the Cascade. And you used Willamette for aroma steep. Interesting. Alrighty. Let's dive into it. The oak is there. Oh wow. Nicely done. And I forgot to mention, as with all of the beers, I have these beers in my Keyser, which is stored at a constant 40 degrees. That would be Fahrenheit. Don't really know why felt necessary to accentuate on the Fahrenheit. Whatever. The oak is a real nice touch, sir. Real nice touch. And the reason why I'm thoroughly enjoying this is because I love oak beers. I truly do it. It's like, I don't know. Kevin and I have talked. I have a real hard time sometimes articulating well what I'm tasting and whatnot. So I just talk. So hopefully it makes sense to you. It might not. What this reminds me of is I actually have a firkin keg in the back that I do whiskey barrels in. And I love the flavor, or whiskey barrel beers. It's a whiskey barrel, I do beers in the barrel. You get what I'm saying. But I love the taste of the oak. I mean, it's almost like you can taste the wood, you know, in a whiskey barrel beer. And even now with knowing that he has the chips in here, that is a very distinct flavor. It's funny because you go into it, oh, that is really nice. Wow. Wow. Sir, well done. Before I go any further, well done. I am really digging this beer. This is really nice. You start off, you can get a little bit. The oak it's almost like it goes oak, chocolate, back to oak again. Yeah. It's like, to me, it's oak, chocolate, back to oak. I get some biscuit in there. That's got to come from your Victory malts. But it finishes off on a nice dry bitter. This is finished out. 10-11 is definitely finished out. It's dry. You know what? Probably you should brew this exact recipe again use a different yeast. Use a yeast that doesn't ferment out the whole way to leave a little bit of residual sweetness behind. And I love this beer, and I think if you would add a little bit of sweetness back, oh man, it would be even better. Wow. I don't know, what would you use? Maybe an English that doesn't dry out or that doesn't finish out the whole way. But oh wow. Yeah, I'm really liking this. A little, definitely medium bodied, not medium. Solid medium. I was going to say a little light, but no. It's the oak actually helps give it some more body. The flavor of the oak actually kind of makes it feel like it's got a little more meat to it. I smoke meat somewhat, so that's another reason why I love that flavor that it's putting in there. So let's get back to what we're looking at here. So the appearance of the beer was really super nice. Love the color. Love the clarity of it, even though it's a brown ale. You can't see through it. But when I look at it, I'm not getting the floaties and like a cloudiness. The reason why I can't see through it is because it's a dark beer. It's got the dark color in it. Not that there's wheat left over, not that there's oats left over. You get what I'm saying? So in that aspect, I find it to be a nice clean beer. The head is beautiful. Love the head. Creamy. So appearance of the beer, that's an 8.5. I love the look of this beer. Aroma, I really wasn't picking much out on the aroma. My nose isn't good, so in order to get my aroma, I need something that really grabs a hold of it. I did smell the oak a little bit, so for that, I'll give it a 7. The flavor on this, the only thing, a little bit of sweetness left over, and it's a 10. I'm not even kidding. I love this beer. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to go back and say that's a 8.75, almost a 9. 8.75. So, wow, really enjoyed this beer. Thank you for being part of this challenge, this experiment. Without these experiments, I wouldn't be able to indulge in wonderful beer such as what you just made. Oh yes. I would buy this one in a heartbeat. Love that oak, brother. Well done. I enjoyed the fruits of your labor.